Welcome, welcome, welcome. Are you ready for your April reading? Do I sound excited? I am. I don't know why. I feel like all good things are coming to us now. I've been saying that mantra like repeatedly because the energy has been so heavy and oppressive. All through March, it's been like a tug of war. I feel good. I feel awful. No in between. So I feel it's the energy, and I feel we have to work through it best we can. April's a different story now, though. Everybody I'm reading for April, I feel, let's hope you're the same, Gemini, but I feel like, really good things are coming. So let's see what's up for Gemini. I've already shuffled a little bit and cleared from my last reading, but I'd like to shuffle in front of you, and I do have to take my time with it because these cards are big, and I don't want to... I ended up with a sprained thumb last year. A work hazard, reading cards, sprained thumb from shuffling. How would I put that on a medical report? That's kind of silly, right? So let's see what's up for Gemini. Now, I know from your past readings, you've been on a roll. And whatever, like that swiftness of or surge of positive energy was, not all the signs received it yet. In fact, some are still waiting, Pisces. We're still waiting for that little surge, to push us forward. But I really feel good about this year. Despite all that's going on and all the negativity and all that's going on out there, this is really going to be a pivotal month, so pay attention, okay? pay attention. It is. It feels really good. All right, Gemini. Let's see what's up. Oh, coupledom. Well, this is a beautiful card to get right off the bat. The Two of Cups. A balance, so if it's health, it's a good balance. Blood work should be good. If this is a partnership you've been in, there's like a resurgence of love. Like, don't give up on, the hubby that's a real pain in the neck. There's hope there. And if this is a new love, I love it. Solid ground. They're both balanced. They're, can see eye to eye. There's no narcissism here. It's a good feeling. Good feeling. Two of Cups. Then there's the narcissism. Seven of Swords. What are you all about, Seven of Swords? Why is Gemini losing peace of mind? Why is Gemini feeling like what's going on? Sleepless nights. I feel that something didn't work out according to plan. And you're a little disappointed and you're trying to readjust. That's what I feel. I don't feel like anyone's stealing from me. That's not what the vibe I'm getting. I'm feeling more like you've been disappointed and now you're worried about moving forward with a project, a spouse, a partnership. What's this about? Exciting. But then there's a renewal. Yeah, so this is... The reason this says unfounded fear is because that's right. It's a temporary something, you have to mull over. You have to come up with a new plan, a new strategy, and then you're going to be fine. So look at the past with forgiveness, sense of humor, and know that you're moving forward to a beautiful new path. Beautiful new path is opening up. So if you had something, say this past year or 2025 that didn't work out and you're still feeling like, why did I spend all that money building that business or doing that project or buying that car, that regret, know that things are going to pan out. Things are working out in a beautiful way for you. And King of Wand leadership, King of Wand energy, leadership for you. So Gemini would be the King of Swords, or the Queen, or the Knight, or the Page, depending on your age. The King of Wands energy is telling me whatever it is this did to disappoint you or frustrate you in any way or create anxiety, the thing that will really help it move forward is if you take the lead and you take full control and you take it into a new direction. Oh, yeah. And having the magician in your read always helps. It always helps. It always makes things better as long as it's upright. And so magic is alive here for you. The wind is beneath your wings. You can move forward. Oh, look at you moving forward. As soon as I said it, it appeared. The chariot is taking you to new horizons. So whatever this lull was or this disappointment was, we're past that now, and you're moving in a new direction. April really will be a pivotal month for you. So yeah, you've done all the right things, Gemini. Just, sometimes you could do all the right things, you can make the best plans, and then one little, like when people plan a wedding, they plan every minute of the day, and then the florist gets sick, or the runner is the wrong color. Something always happens, and the bride gets all verklempt and upset. But, just expect it's life. Everybody's human. The more people involved, the more chance for human error. That's why it's called human error, because that's why we're here to learn. And maybe somebody's learning a lesson, and maybe you're learning a lesson in patience and belief in yourself. This has come up a lot today, so now I have to go back to this Nine of Swords. I usually pass by this saying, oh, what are you worried about? Unfounded fear, Nine of Swords, you're up worrying, and there's no need to because everything's going to work out. But here's the gist of that. If you don't have faith, and I'm not professing any religion or any God or I'm just saying if you don't have faith in the universe, faith that there's something more, faith that there are unseen factors at play, and you want everything to be brick and mortar on your terms, in your time, on your way, you're always going to be disappointed. Whereas if you learn to trust, once you put a manifestation out there, once you say, this is going to work out, I just know it is, let go and let the universe take it from there. Once you learn to do that, things happen much faster because now you're out of the way. It's like you come in, it's like you order a pizza. Hey, I want a pizza delivered at 7:00, and then you leave. You go do your errands, and you get home. The doorbell rings. Oh, I forgot I ordered a pizza, and there's the pizza. Okay. I never used a pizza analogy, but I just saw a funny meme about a pizza wrestler. So I guess I have pizza on the mind, pizza brain. So there you go. Trust, ask, believe, trust. It's on its way. Receive. Okay, and you have to allow it to come in its time and on its terms. But the Chariot is telling me things are going to move quite quickly, and I have a feeling the first full moon in April is going to really be a door that opens wide for you, Gemini. It's really bringing you some nice energy. I don't want to set my cards on fire. Oh, more swords. Five of Swords. So whoever you align yourselves with in business, Geminis, or is it Gemini? What's the proper plural of Geminis? Sounds like a mayonnaise. I use Geminis. What do you use? Five of Swords is like maybe you didn't make the best decision here. Maybe you have to tweak something. Maybe you didn't hire the right workers or the right team in place. But just a little minor adjustment. Just change something and you're going to be fine. So when you are moving forward with your plan, with your dream, with your desire, with your project, with your new job, with your love relationship, whatever it is, know that there may be some things you need to tweak. Maybe you were going to live in your house and then you decide, well, you know what, we should live in your house. Your house has got better plumbing. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, look at the big picture. And if you have to change one thing, it's not a big deal because your next card is the Ten of Pentacles. So I know you're going to make out fine. The Ten of Pentacles is, hello, financial security, things working out, everybody's happy. If you wanted a pregnancy in the family, there it is. If you wanted security of having enough money to do what you want, there it is. It's there. You just have to make sure you're aligned with the right people to go on this beautiful journey with you. Oh, and it looks like you are. So your reading, Gemini, and it's funny because when I think of Gemini, I always think of a split personality, right? Two people. And I know a lot of Geminis, and they are the funniest, most fun-loving, easiest to be with, or they are fierce and stubborn and strong-willed, and I think those are all attributes. So I think I admire, as a Pisces, floppy fish. I admire anybody who says, no, I wanted a red balloon, not a red and white balloon. Get me a red balloon. So this partnership here and here is telling me this is what your month of April is going to be about: building partnerships and coming together with like-minded people who share your integrity. This is a big deal here, the integrity part. Okay, so listen to that word, lock it in, and know that if you're hiring, if you're working for someone, if you're asking someone out on a date, if someone proposes to you, I want to hear they have the same integrity as I. They have great integrity. Their integrity is awesome. They always at least try to do the right thing. And I think you'll be fine. I think you'll be more than fine, actually. So this partnership is very much, I told you, in alignment and in balance and moving forward. This partnership is two. It's almost on a deeper level, like you two are kindred spirits, like-minded, maybe twin flames, maybe, all those lingo words, twin flame, soulmates, from the same soul family, whatever you want to believe. They get you and you get them. It's like you don't need a lot of words to explain why. You don't have to explain why are you doing that? When are you doing that? Oh, why did you choose that? They already know. They already get you. So there's none of that brain nonsense, I call it. Underlying energy. Oh, Gemini. The world. Oh, how lucky are you? Wow. The swords are thoughts. So stop thinking you're going to have a great month. Really, just follow your gut instincts. That's it. Stay in your integrity, follow your gut instincts, and you're going to be fine. The world is, everything comes into balance. Everything comes full circle. If you've been trying to have a baby, whoa, there it is. Do you not want to have a baby? Whoa, be careful, okay? Because the world is fertility. The world is balance. The world is success. Oh, the world is, health and wealth and happiness, joy. So claim it right now, Gemini. Claim this world. And the Magician. Look at two of the big major arcana cards in your reading. This is huge. What are the numbers? 2, 7, 9, 7, 5, 1, 2. So change, new beginnings. Twos, it's partnerships. And it divinely guided partnerships, because the 7 is the divine guiding you. The 5 is you better kick this guy out of your company kind of thing. But the 7 is, well, maybe you need a better plan because something's just not right. Okay? Let's see what the energy cards have to say for Gemini. The Geminites. How about that? Sounds like I'm coming up with band names. That was the hardest thing to do, being in bands, is come up with a name, right? The Jerks. Who ever thought of that? The Kinks. The Beatles. Like, when you think about what a Beatle is, imagine they came up with that name. You have to think outside the box. And Gemini, that's your superpower, thinking outside the box. So what advice do the energy cards have, or is any foretell for Gemini for the month of April? I can't wait to see what these cards have to say. I love all the partnerships for you. This is very exciting. Seventh chakra, Archangel Uriel. What did I say? All those swords, all that thinking, and here we get the first card is the Crown, and it's a 5, a 41. 4 plus 1 is 5. So something has to change. What has to change? I have a feeling it's your thinking has to change. Have you been thinking negatively? Have you not been thinking things through? Are you focusing too much on one thing and not encompassing a bigger picture, a bigger scope? So what's going on in your head there, Gemini? And maybe you need to do a little self-reflection. Okay, a little self-reflection. And also, I was talking about faith and how if you had faith, you would trust that energy looked unbelievably great for you. But you got to trust it in order for it to flow in. If you don't trust it, you're going to just hit all those 5s and 7s. All those little brick walls that get in your way. So the Crown chakra is also maybe reminding you to stay in touch with your higher self. Do you pray enough? Do you meditate enough? Do you spend time out in nature? Maybe you don't. Maybe you're an atheist. That's fine. Just, go walk on the grass. Feel the pulse of the earth. Bask in the moonlight or the sunlight or the stars. But connect. When you realize that we're not alone, number one, and that you're not alone, even though we come in alone and we leave alone, but we are always, always, always connected. We're always in the same ocean of energy. So remember that and do your best to connect. The Sun. It's a 1, new beginnings. And the Sun is also plans working out perfectly. So with those few little tweaks you're going to do, and you can go back and replay this if you need to go over that, the few little tweaks you're going to do and readjusting your thinking, your plans are going to work out fabulous. So you have a great, great month coming ahead. I felt this was 2 cards. Isn't that funny? That's weird. I mean, I even felt the other card sliding and I didn't want it to slide out. Okay. That's a 4. 514. I say the numbers because some people like to look them up. Like you can go on Google and say, angel number 514. What's that message? So there's always another message, I feel, with the numbers. Definitely with the pictures, of course, and with what the card is. These are oracle cards, which means they have a vibe, they have color, and the color is important for the that's what gives it the vibration and the intention behind it. There's that word again, the intention. Daughter value. So there wasn't much about finances other than, oh yes, the 10 of Pentacles, right? So, but in the first row, you were worried about money. In the last row, it said 10 of Pentacles. That's financial security. That's retirement. That's like, what do you want? I got enough money to buy it. This is, maybe you're not there yet. Maybe the door is just opening and the money is just starting to flow, or you don't even believe it's going to happen. So watch how you're spending. Keep things in balance, but not to the point where you're, oh, I know I'm going to be broke like this forever, so I'm holding on to my money. No. Put yourself in the mindset of you're already in abundance. You're already there. And then act accordingly. And I don't mean go out and buy, the super duper Tesla. I mean, if you feel like being generous, be generous. But you're always going to look for a good deal, something on sale. Don't just pay the highest ticket price, right? You want to look for a good deal. And you want to get the value for your money. So this frugal time for you is teaching you how to value what's coming in. You see all that money flowing in. They open the door and the money's flying in, but they want you to value it. They want you to appreciate it. It is a 4, So always give gratitude to the divine. Your angels are always waiting for compliments. 52, a 7. So this is 5147. Goddess of the moon. Isn't that funny? Because I did mention in your reading something about, I feel by the full moon, or the full moon in April is going to really be a pivotal point for you. And here is the goddess of the moon. The moon has secrets. The moon brings intuitiveness. The moon brings moods and cycles and temperaments, right? So pay attention to yours, and pay attention to the cycles of the moon and how they affect you, and work with them, so that you can grow and learn and progress from them. All right. Nice. I want to ask, I guess I have to ask the moon cards. I haven't used them yet I don't think, for any of the astrology readings. But let me pull some moon cards for you, Gemini, because I feel your connection to the moon is very strong. Even though the moon card is a Pisces card, I feel the illusion of it, the intuitiveness of it. I feel you're very connected to the moon. So let me just pull three or so cards here from the moon for Gemini. What's up for Gemini for the month of April? Month of April. I feel like I should have theme songs for each sign for each month. That would be fun. I should write those. Theme songs for the months. Or theme songs definitely theme songs for the astrology signs. What would yours be? Something with swords, right? Something maybe Viking, or maybe Kung Fu-ish with this not Kung Fu-ish, what do you call the Japanese with the swords, or is it the Chinese? I'm not sure now. I lost all my sense of all those years of being at the karate studio, and I can't think of the sabers and all that stuff. All right, Gemini. Show the world the real you. Full moon in Aquarius. Show the world the real you. Well, the moon itself is illusion, and Gemini loves to put on a good face, right? You like people to always see you in your best light, and sometimes it's good to let it out and let your hair down, and be you. Just be you, and I've had to learn a lot of humility doing these live things, because things happen. Last week I came on live and I had a roller in my hair. So I could have stopped, I could have edited, I could have started over. It was right in the beginning. But I was like, no, let them know I have to get ready for this stuff. I'm not just one of those hand actors, because I don't have nice, pretty hands. I have gardener's hands. I'm always in the dirt and the rocks and all that stuff. So what you see is what you get, folks. And that's what I want you to do, Gemini. Let your hair down. Just be you. Let people see your vulnerable side. It's okay. They're going to like it. The end of a tough cycle approaches. I feel it already has. For Gemini, I feel this card is late. I hate to disagree with you, full moon in Capricorn, but I do. I feel that for Gemini, you've already moved past this tough cycle, especially if you're tuning into this anytime after April 9th. If you're tuning into this after April 9th, I really feel that tough cycle is over. That would be the end of the shadow of retrograde, Mercury retrograde. Expect powerful change. Yeah, well, we saw that in your reading. The 5s and the 7s are change. So powerful change, and I feel it's for the better. I have to pull more cards, sorry. Luck is on your side. Woo! Luck dance. A win-win outcome is forecast. I told you, I felt something really, really good for Gemini. Communication is key. Communication. So that could be advertising, that could be phoning a friend, opening up the conversation with your wife or your husband, like at a deeper level, maybe just say, hey, how you doing? That can open up a lot. Ask open-ended questions so you get the non-talker in the relationship to talk. And maybe it's you. Maybe you have trouble expressing what you really feel. Not usually, though. Gemini can usually cut through ice. But with what you're doing and whatever your projects are, or whatever your job is, or whatever your relationship is, or whoever your doctor is, it's very important that you lay all the cards on the table. Show the world the real you. Give them the whole story. Don't give them half the story. Some people have difficulty in their partnerships because they're not honest. Like, how do you feel? Oh, I'm okay. My husband and I, it's like, how are you doing? I have this, we just lay it out there. I'll tell you to the core where I'm at, and how unaligned I am in that moment, and what I need, and how I have to take care of myself, or what I need from my partner. So don't be afraid to talk up, and if you have a partner who doesn't talk up, then get them to speak up. Communication is the most important aspect of your relationship right now to work on. So know that. Truth Oracle. Now this deck needs like some sinister, ominous music. Not that it's a bad deck. I'm growing to like this deck. I bought it on a whim. I saw Shanta of Mystical Fortunes use it for investigative reading. And I thought, oh, that's a harsh deck. That's like, just lays it out there. And I said, you know what? I think we need a little of that right now. We need some honest talk. If somebody's acting like, or believing in something that is just so far-fetched, or just so not common sense thinking, you got to call them on it. Don't let them get away with it. And even if it's a whole big group and they're outnumbering your group, doesn't matter. Stick to your integrity, Gemini. All right, what truth do you want Gemini to know for the month of April? And of course, I'm reading for the month of April. For some of you, the energy will be slow. For some of you, you're going to say, oh my God, that already happened. Oh my God, that already happened. It happens when I do personal one-on-one readings. Sometimes I read 3 decks usually. In the first deck, sometimes it's always because it's present, but the present can incorporate like the recent past, very recent past. And I love it when they say, oh, that just happened. That just happened. Oh, I just met him. So pay attention. Sorry. Oh, I am sorry. The unspoken apology. Eternal regret. There's a meditation practice called Ho'oponopono. It's Hawaiian. And it's a Hawaiian meditation practice of saying, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. And you just repeat those 4 phrases over and over and over and over again. And they are very powerful. Those words are very powerful. Now, Dr. Emoto did all those tests with the snowflakes and harsh words on one jar of snowflakes and kind, loving words on the other. And it showed how the crystals changed. With the kind words, the crystals stayed pretty much intact. With the negative words and swear words and just, bad things, those crystals disintegrated. So imagine you're talking to your very young child or grandchild. How are your words? What are you feeding them energetically? Your spouse, what are you feeding them energetically? Your students, What are you feeding them? Words are food. Words are energy. So what are you feeding them? I am sorry. The unspoken apology, eternal regret. And you know what else I just heard? This could be someone needs to apologize to you and they haven't. And maybe they never will. And when there's a situation like that, and everybody's got a story. Everybody has a story. Know that it's okay. You know, you can still forgive them. Even though they haven't apologized to you, you can still send them forgiveness. And even if their action was unspeakable harshness, you can still forgive the human being in that moment who made a bad choice. Doesn't mean you're going to forgive them and invite them to Thanksgiving dinner. Absolutely not. You know, no. But you can press clear delete from your heart. Throw it out. Of carrying that around, carrying that energy around of, oh, that person never said he was sorry. And it's in there. And I'm going to add it to the other person who never said he was sorry for doing. And I don't mean to put a male, or the mother who never said, you know, who should have apologized. Or the sister, you know, or the teacher. And then you carry on this big sack of regrets. And you don't need to. So the energy is telling you, I am sorry. Ho'oponopono. I am sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. Try it. It's amazing. Drinks. Oh, you're going to take me out for drinks tonight, are you? Gemini, liquor, coffee, tea, and water. Drinks. Maybe it's time maybe you need to get in touch with that person over coffee or a glass of wine, you know, maybe whiskey, they say, is better. So that's my other name. But maybe you need to meet, have a little fun, shoot the breeze, and see what comes up. Maybe you can bury the hatchet. Drinks, meet over drinks. Encounter. Love at first sight. Crush. Meet by chance. Well, Gemini, this is your month, the month of April. So don't leave the house without your lipstick. And don't leave your house without your cap, sir. Or, you know, your cologne on, whatever age you are, whatever your thing is, male or female, and anything else that you want to add to that list. Know that this is a month for partnerships. You got all those twos, right? That's what I said about your reading. So this is going to be that month. Underlying energy, divine intervention. Well, that would explain the encounter. Maybe you're going to meet somebody and out for drinks. Serendipity, catalyst, karma, divine intervention. I love that. This is going to be a great month. Ask, believe, trust, allow, receive. Woohoo! One more card for you, Gemini. The Guardian Angel deck. I call on these cards. I only choose one. It's a tarot deck. There are 78 cards, but you read what's on the card. So I like to interpret my cards, so that's what I do, but these cards are special. They usually sum everything up. They usually collect the vibration of your reading and put it in one little paragraph. So I do all this talking when maybe I should just start with this one card because it really says it all. And let's see what happens. I think my seat got lower and all of a sudden I feel like I'm Emily Latella. For those of you old enough to know who Emily Latella is, please write it in the comments. I want to know if you know who Emily Latella is. Hello, I'm Emily Latella. Let's see. The spiritual teacher. Looks like a Christmas card. Looks like Santa Claus. Well, Santa is a spiritual teacher of sorts. There are great rewards in spending time alone. Use those moments of solitude to focus on love and ways in which you might give in to those around you. That's pretty profound considering your reading was all about two people coming together, right? So let me read that again. Use those moments of solitude to focus on love and ways in which you might give to those around you. Shine your light, Gemini, as an example for others to follow. Seek out a spiritual mentor of your own if your life feels unfulfilled right now. So remember in your initial part of your reading, there were all those swords, and there was all that thinking, and there was all that negativity and fear, and you're worried about money, and you're worried about this, and you're worried about that. So perhaps, and this is a 9, you're so close to the new beginning, perhaps it would be, behoove you to find a spiritual mentor or someone you can talk to, or go on YouTube. There's so much available to you. Look up Dr. Wayne Dyer, someone who gives you positive ways. Things will change when you change the way you look at things. The things you look at change. He's that guy. Or it's none of your business what other people think of you, to get you to not worry about other people's opinions. He puts it plain and simple. And then, find what you need. Find some positive mantras, or find a guided meditation to help you find your way. But don't waste a moment of this month, Gemini, because everything is lined up for you now to move forward. Remember the Chariot, the Magician, the World, all in your reading to bring you forward to your heart's desire. And they did tell you, trust your heart. Use your heart to make your decisions, and make sure, whoever you're working with, whoever you're dealing with in love, in business, in pleasure, in health decisions, make sure they're in alignment with your integrity. All right? I hope you enjoyed your reading as much as I did. That your reading was fun, and I appreciate you so much for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe so that when I go live, you can write your questions in actual time in the chat room, and we have nice conversations. We have people from all over the world who come in and share their visions, their stories, their angsts, their pains, and we help each other. So it's not a cult or anything. Oh, God, no. But it is a lot of fun. But you have to subscribe in order to write in the chat room. And like and share if you enjoyed this recording. I thank you so much. I wish you lots of happiness for the month of April.